forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoff. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gamecocks have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Sperry. It's complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And how about the confidence of this quarterback? Palmer, I got to know, man. I know this receiver's a stud, but I'm putting two guys on. I'm trying.
All week long, they understand where they're going to be. They understand when the football's coming out. You could put a third guy over there, and I don't know if that would have changed the quarterback's decision. I think he was still going to his big playmaker.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Seminoles in the hurry-up. Wants to throw again. Pressure coming. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
This move just oozes confidence, going for it on fourth down from their own side of the field. Fires to the wideout. And they can't connect a costly turnover on down.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, gelling on offense and on defense, I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that.
Breaks into the open. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed now.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He might want another play. They'll just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. To the air, it's Coffee. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country. But you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Turning it on! He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And this is why offenses are so hard to stop. And you have such great playmakers at the quarterback spot. 3rd down, if people are covered, what can he do? Take off, scramble, and now set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
And the Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking to get it in.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Might be changing the route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Coffee. Under fire! And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Creates a little space. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Running to Green. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Snap to the back. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida State.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Duke came in and applied their own mute button on this crowd. They silenced one of the most vocal home field advantages in football. And it's clear this Blue Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quickly to the tight end.
Points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
He's in open space downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Coffee. Grabbed behind the line. It's Tillman. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got all of those attributes right there.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he made the extra point without problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Back has it. Now he's going to break the pocket. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, he's got some space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. They'll move the tight end. Direct snap. Oh, he's got a chance. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back has it. Now sliding to his left. Going to try to get it himself. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. A run for the quarterback. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They kept that drive alive, but still ground to cover here on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. He's now up to 64 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. The Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Flips it out in the flat. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Swings it out to his running back. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Oh, they're after him. Turning it on. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got his man, makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Noles!
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Trying to get the corner. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. And the returner will be brought down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The Gamecocks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the back. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on first and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to pass, it's Coffee. Here comes the heat. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll line up for a second down play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front, and good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the catch. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Got room to work. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Seminoles will come to the line to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Works the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
The defense changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Back to throw, it's Berry. Bringing the heat. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football. He wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The screen, he's got wheels. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. That took nerves of steel to convert that fourth down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big fourth down conversion.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. He's at the touchdown Gamecocks. And they turn it into a defensive score. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Back has it. Finding open areas. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Let's send the tight end in motion. Direct snap. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Creates a little room. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Look out, he's got room. Got the first down. Looking for more. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way, and even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You got to be impressed with what you've seen by this defense.
And the Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it! And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Sometimes there are careless interceptions and other times forced ones, and the defense forced that one.
They did. Nice job dialing up the pressure. Great job getting to the QB. So much athleticism on this defense. And moving forward, this offense is going to have to be really careful thinking about how they need to protect their quarterback to give him a chance.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Coffee. Got his man quickly. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Tight end now in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. The offense lining up for a 1st down play.
Come on, stay.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Line getting set on 2nd down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking for a man. It's Coffee. They're working that left side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snatches it on the right. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cincinnati is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the Queen City for some time.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And, boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking for a man. It's Berry. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Got room on the return. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Get the ball back and put your offense in business.
Such a hard position to be successful in when you know you need 2 scores and it's under 2 minutes. The defense looking great job playing pass, understanding the situation, breaking on the football, and ending this football game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Berry. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.